YOLO! Back at it again. Back at it again. Fire Emblem. Hello. Alright, let's view these post time skip supports.
Standing tall, I see.
Edelgard, hello. What do you think of this horse? An equine. Look how intelligent he is. You can see it in his face. Certainly much smarter than...
Oh, what a lovely bloom.
Behold, Edelgard. Do you see this blood
Why are
red
you stalking
bloom?
Edelgard,
This is
brother?
much more impressive than the pale little sprigs you have there. And as I'm sure you know...
Ferdinand? Stop. I can't believe you're wasting my time with a petty one-sided rivalry.
What are you complaining about? You told me not to publish my pamphlet, and I complied.
I've had enough of your foolish antics. Very well. But when I win, you must forfeit the right to bother me with your ridiculousness.
Ah, so you'll fight me after all? Wonderful.
What happens?
All right, Edelgard. Have
What
at me.
happens,
As you
long-haired
wish.
cuck?
Ha!
Long-haired.
Ugh. It only took you one blow?
I can't afford to hold back against an opponent like you. I led with my fastest, strongest strike.
Fastest and strongest? You're just flattering me. I have been defeated. I cannot believe I was foolish enough to...
The difference in our skill level is if you had taken the first strike, you might have won.
I do not think talent is what separates us so much. I had not the faintest idea of what to expect from... That such an ill-prepared noble would think to challenge you?
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, chill out, brother. Hubert, oh, 3 people? 4 people? Sheesh. Alright, let's get this over with.
Show them this letter. Threaten them.
Yes, sir. Hubert, that letter.
So all these
Is
supports
that what
were
I think
unlocked
it was?
after the time
I
skip?
suppose there's no denying it.
But Edelgard...
Explicitly forbade me to send it. Yes.
Unless they just
I know.
change the avatar models with the post time skip ones.
I cannot believe it! You disobeyed a direct order? I thought you were her loyal aide.
Unwaveringly. All that I seem to recall you express, it is our role to guide her when she is on.
You are not supposed to do it in secret. When you disagree with your leader, you must voice your concerns directly.
The point is the same.
Oh, noble
Lady
versus
Edelgard's best interests are served whether she
chaotic
knows
neutral?
it or not.
No. Chaotic good versus chaotic. No. Yeah, chaotic good versus lawful good.
She needs not trouble herself with the mundane details of my actions. Only results matter.
You are sorely misguided. When I believe that Edelgard is making a mistake, I tell her as much. Through discussing the matter, I sometimes find that I was mistaken. To skip that process, to make a decision that is not yours to make.
Perhaps your advice is simply useless then.
Excuse me?
Beef.
Listen to yourself. If I do as Lady Edelgard requires, then you tell me to be more independent. But if I tread my own path, I am misguided. I suppose the fault is mine for expecting...
Ugh, I have to think. I started to believe you were a useful...
Beef. That's their support conversation. Oh my goodness. I guess that's the max level with Linhardt.
I can't believe it.
That's what you get, Hubert. If you rested like me,
As much as it pains me to say it, you're but to be looked after. I don't know how to feel, to be honest.
Oh, come now. Even...
You would have in a heartbeat if anyone else.
Ah, yes. Quite accurate, Hugh. Why would I ever bother to be a decent person if your situation turned bad?
If that were the sort of man.
But if we weren't friends, I probably would have just left.
Shame you're so reluctant to do any real work. Made sure I was comfortable. Checked carefully for injuries. If only you'd apply that knowledge of yours, you'd be a tremendous asset to the Empire.
There you go again. I see no problem with... Think of it this way. In an anthill, 20% of the ants are asleep at any given time. And it's not because they're lazy. When the working ants become tired, they go to sleep and the others wake up. That's me. I'm the ant who rests so I can work.
Maybe that's true. Consider me unconvinced.
I'll consider you a bother. You and Edelgard work far too hard. If you both collapsed, I'd get some rest, Hubert. Not as much as me, of course.
Ooh, he respects it. That's some good rivalry. Vendetta. Waifu.
Good morning. The weather is nice today. So, it's, really nice.
Indeed.
She's not trying to be
Did
proactive.
you want something?
I'm really sorry.
I can't accept your apology until I know what it's for.
Oh, good point. I'm sorry I said you were terrified.
Is that all?
But you've been avoiding me since then, right? You even stopped doing your deathly grin.
I am merely trying not to frighten you. Is there something wrong with that?
It's not working. And yes, there is. You can't quit talking and laughing just to try to make me feel better. That's not really fair. I need to
being kinda
master my
selfish,
own
though.
fear.
But in a
Is
wholesome
that
way.
right?
Yes. Right. Why?
You told me not to forego laughing. So
That
I
was
laughed
hard.
as hard as I could.
Sure, buddy.
Is it helping to conquer your fear?
Yes. I mean, someday
5
it might.
years later.
Maybe.
Let's say they're about to graduate, so they're about 17, 18 years old. So they're about 22, 23 years old now. Same age as me. Whoa. What do you know? Shamir.
What is it, Hubert?
Nothing in
We
particular.
can get A rank together.
I was just recalling your impressive skill with the bow. I'm willing to bet you could put an arrow through the neck of an enemy general from quite a distance. In fact, to any leader's bodyguard, I would go so far as to say you pose the most dangerous kind of threat.
Don't worry your fragile little self. Your lady princess is safe. I wouldn't shoot my employer.
I would certainly hope not. But there are some mercenaries to whom a contract means little. And you would do well to remember that Lady Edelgard is no mere princess. You should take care to learn the proper form of address for your employer.
I said lady. I already told you. I'm not going to break the princess's contract.
What did I just say?
Proper address. Right. Next time.
My patience has limits, you know. For the moment, you may stand in Lady Edelgard's good graces. But if you become a problem, I will not hesitate to eliminate you.
You're unstable, Hubert. Be careful who you threaten. I don't take kindly to those who get in the way of my contracts.
Is that a threat?
Just some advice.
Advice versus a threat. Ooh. If the tournament had been a little bit different, that'd be some mad sexual tension. But alas.
Why am I having so much trouble fighting these tall guys? They're not even stronger than me. You've got to help me come up with a strategy, Linhardt.
Is that not a waste of time? Even if I handed you a perfect strategy, something I've done in the past.
That's because your plans are always so complicated. But come on, I need your help.
All right, I will share with you my tactical genius. I call this my secret plan.
You already have a plan? You really are ready for anything.
Land the first hit. Then keep hitting them hard and fast as you can until they stop hitting you
Lemon.
back.
So you're basically
fight.
telling me to just
Dodge their attacks, keep up the assault, then go for the knees. Done.
The secret is the knees?
Being tall means short people are closer to your knees. Exploit the enemy's weakness, Caspar.
Makes sense. That doesn't sound like my style, though. I don't really want to exploit a weakness.
Then go ahead and continue losing.
Yeah.
Or you can listen to the
Victory,
rest of my plan.
results,
There's more?
or results.
Fine.
Caspar.
Tell me the rest.
Your defense is careless. The last bit of my secret is that you need to train in that area.
I won't argue with training. Let's go.
No, I don't think we should.
It's been 5 years. You gotta be at least as strong as I am by now. Come on. You've even got that height advantage you're always going on about. You're the perfect training partner for me. Quit stalling and let's go.
Fine, I'll train with you, but only for a bit.
All right, Linhardt. Come at me again.
Caspar, please. I need water. I need water.
Huh? Hey, get back here.
Edelgard Petra. Oh, that's the max. They're maxed out now. They're officially maxed out.
I have been watching you in secrecy, Edelgard, but you and Hubert were noticing me, correct?
Well, if you intend to shadow us like that, you can be sure it won't escape our notice. Hubert was primed and ready to remove you. I ordered him to stand down.
You have my thanks. I was thinking it was enough to be shooting one bird with one, but after speaking with you, I trained with hardness. Now
2 pheasants? Are you implying that...
Yes, a single arrow.
That's astounding, Petra. It's perhaps a bit late to explain now, but what I was getting at earlier...
I am having a joke.
She used her ESL wiles to trick Edelgard.
You... come again?
I really was shooting these birds with one arrow, but my joke is that I did have understanding about what you told me. I took it to my heart.
Did you know?
You are a person with great bluntness. I am admiring of you. As an emperor, a commander, a warrior, and a friend, you are excelling at all that you do. All of the Empire is resting on your shoulders, and that is including Brigid, too. I will not be falling behind you. I will, and one day...
Yes, you and I are much the same.
Your words give me great joy.
A cheap trick, to be sure. To think that you went to all the trouble of shooting 2 pheasants at once for the sake of a joke.
Well played.
Well
So cute.
played, Petra.
We both are growing every day.
Oh, that's the max. They're maxed out.
Ah, Dorothea. I am surprised to find you here. I didn't...
There's a lot you don't know, Ferdy. But you're right. I'd hardly call myself devout. After all, it was thanks to the goddess and her noble regime that I suffered so much as a child.
You must be quite brave to speak so coarsely in this hallowed place. But what do you mean? About suffering as a child?
Do I really have to tell you? Oh, forget it. I'm sure you already know that I'm an orphan. I grew up in the alleys of Enbar, begging for coins,
What
eating
a tough
scraps,
upbringing.
drinking from drains.
I see. I remember seeing street children around the city.
I could have died. Then the right person overheard me singing. And suddenly I was in the opera. I was a songstress. And my goodness, did the nobles like me. The people who used to spit on me and call me an urchin, they praised my voice and my beauty. A nobleman who once kicked me gave me the most gorgeous shoes. I almost asked if it was a joke.
So that is why you despise the noble. Do you really believe that is the You think I would ever treat people differently based on appearances?
Oh, really? You're something different? That's not how I remember things. It was the very day that I was discovered. I was in high spirits. Nothing. I secretly bathed in one of the town's fountains, hoping to wash off some of the dirt from the streets. I sang the same song the opera composer overheard earlier that day. And that's when you appeared.
Me? No, it could not have been.
Don't play dumb. You glared at me, the same look I'd gotten from every other noble. Then you ran off. When we met at the academy, you were a different person. All smile. You were like a bee, Ferdinand. A bee attracted to a flower in full
that's
bloom.
an insult and a half. A bee attracted to a flower in full bloom.
So it was you then, singing that song. Dorothea, please listen. This is a misunderstanding. When I saw you, I could not take my eyes off you.
Yeah,
I was
sure,
hypnotized.
Ferdinand.
Your beautiful voice, your elegant face, droplets of water on your skin that glittered in the sun. I thought you were a water nymph.
Stop it, don't lie to me.
No, it is true. I was only a child. The vision overwhelmed me. That is why I ran. I plucked up the courage to return, but no one was there.
Maybe I can believe you. I've wanted to. I thought then that maybe you weren't like the others, but
What's up with the somber music?
there's a lot
though?
I have to let go of, Ferdy.
Dang, they're like confessing to each other.
Of course. I am glad we had this conversation. You know, life as a simple drone circling a queen, it actually
Shut
sounds
up,
quite
Ferdy.
wonderful.
Don't drones keep the queen safe from other bugs? I like the sound of that.
Okay, that's a support conversation. Worthy of A rank. Bernadetta and Ingrid. They're friends?
Bernadetta, please come out of
Ingrid
your
looks so
room.
different.
You've
No,
been in
don't
there
like
for
this at all.
ages. You need to train.
No. Sorry, not happening.
I'm not playing around, Bernadetta. This training is absolutely crucial to the war.
I don't care. I can't handle it today. Please leave.
Why did you come here?
I guess if I had recruited them before and got them to support level C, then probably this conversation would take place before the time skip. So maybe they just they just coded it using the current avatar's models as the support combos, for some of them at least.
Why did I come here? I didn't choose to join the academy. I was forced. Then more stuff happened, and I didn't have a say in any of it. So, here I am, somehow.
I suppose not everyone has to be pleased about being here. But even so, Bernadetta, I'll ask one more time.
And I'll tell you one more time. It's not happening. Not right now.
You leave me no alternative. If you're near the door, you'd better step away.
Oh shit.
My door! Why?
Now hurry along, Bernadetta. You've got lots of training to catch up on.
Spare me! I'll train! Just not with you. Anyone but you, please.
Is that so? That presents a problem. I know we are two very different people, but whether or not you like me, we are on the same side and must learn to work together.
It's not about any of that. If this is how you treat people on your own side, what do you do to your enemies?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I did what was necessary. I do hope that the professor will be able to help. In the meantime, I will fix your door.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I'll fix your door.
Right. Okay. Good.
Oh, now the rest of them are with me. swordmasters. So let me change the goals. I'm still teaching them. Interesting. Oh, right out the door?
Professor,
Dorothea. Sure. What's up, girl?
this may seem a bit sudden, but that is for letting me live my life the way I want. I've noticed you've been giving me fewer of those soul-revealing gazes lately.
Oh, right. Because I was judging
I
you.
appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my time with. Well, of course. Did you think I wouldn't notice? It's kind of sweet in its own way. Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger? I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of Enbar, until one day I was overheard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Mittelfranc Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people. But none of them ever really knew me. I was just some young, pretty girl who could sing. A spectacle to be admired. Even though everyone praised my looks and my voice and
Looks and voice.
showered me with gifts,
Like Manuela.
I knew one day I'd be old. My looks would fade, my voice would change. I wouldn't sound, and I started to wonder, when I did get old, I'd be old, alone, and back on the streets of the capital, right where I'd started.
That's the right answer.
That's sweet of you.
But it's flirty. Yeah.
Even if you are just flirting. I never had much to begin with in life. And I worry that one day I'll be that way again. That's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songstress. Who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of...
Someone like a stranger.
I wonder if such a
Someone
strange
like
person
me.
can even exist.
Oh, that's A rank. Whew. Back in the monastery. Oh, I run so fast. Maybe it's because I haven't played this game in a while. And by a while, I mean last night.
What?
There's definitely fewer students because, yeah. Is that an owl flying inside? That's not allowed. Wait. Oh, right. Hee hee.
Oh, I love this meal. How did you...
I appreciate any.
This is my fate.
Ooh.
Oops, maybe I should do Petra. Whoopsies.
Ah, I can eat.
That looks appetizing.
I've been working here for a few years now, since the acolytes and students are... The north side of the Great Bridge of Murden is in the... He's known as the Weather Vane. A man like that doesn't have the gut... No. Since the great nobles lost their standing, you'd probably have thought that would... The war has made the price of goods unstable.
Shit.
I can't believe
shouldn't
how
have
long it's
ate
been
with them
since I
because
left home.
These conversations
Since
give
I was
them
dragged
motivation
out of
anyway.
the house, I mean.
What Bernadette does. Convo. Alright, here we go. No distractions.
5 whole years. It's weird to think about.
Oh, this is definitely a post-time skip conversation.
At first, I remember I was desperate to go back, but now it's the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come. It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
She sounds so calm right now. I want some of that screaming voice action, you know?
What? Independent? As in, alone? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me. You're still not taking me seriously. I mean it. Promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they? Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
Whoo! My heartstrings. I felt something a little there. My dead heart, my cold, frozen heart, felt something there.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying? Oh, that's enough. I need some time alone.
Hey there. Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von... I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere. Ah, yes. You're Her Majesty's professor. You're alive? Oh, this is my little sister, Fleisch.
Hello. I'm Fleisch von Berg. I know I'm inexperienced, but...
I've heard you're planning to march into a light.
Doesn't know who I am. Wait, is this guy still here?
Professor?
Nice.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? My older twin works for the Knights of Saros, but I think he's just a grunt. Unlike me, he's very devout.
Oh.
A moment, please. by making an enemy of the church. It's quieted down over these last 5.
Hello there. This one, yes? This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Hey,
Oh.
Professor?
Hey! Ah! At long last, we meet again. I knew you were alive. I knew you could. We're reunited. I was so devoted to finding you that I left the Knights of Ceros. Now I serve no one other than you. I'll protect you.
Advanced drills. Oh, I guess because it's not faculty training. Maybe I'll just stop doing that because I can't go around anymore recruiting students.
Yes. His Highness, the new king, is in the process of unifying the king. His powerful army has joined, and now they're presenting a united front against the Imperial army. They're our greatest enemy. I don't relish the idea, but there's no turning back now. For now, we should focus our efforts on the Alliance. Judith, who defends the Great Bridge of Murden. We can't afford...
She can teach me?
Judith, we can't...
Oh, she can teach me. Oh.
I need a favor. No.
The last 5 years have been difficult. My relationship with Edelgard is rather... Nevertheless, as Duke Ire, Edelgard and...
Oh, he can teach me too. Everyone can teach me.
Within the territories of the Alliance, House Gloucester has always... So all that needs to be done...
Hello.
Oh.
No, I just talked to her.
Professor!
Oh, Casper.
Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me. Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student? A knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops.
Snap. Yeah, why me?
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all bore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please, keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh no.
Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back.
Heck of a coincidence, right?
Oh,
as soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens. But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands soon. But he probably wouldn't have. Now those knights, we both know it. This is all.
She has the convo?
Right.
Sheesh. Dark, deep.
definitely. What's that look on you? I'm a mercenary. I never was too attached to folk, but I might change my mind if you're...
Are we leaving for battle? But it's fine. I can do this. No more Bernie Bear.
Bernie Bear, but
Yes, but, please don't put me up front, okay?
we have close counter.
I thought you might be at the monastery. I decided to follow your path now that you've returned.
Thanks, dude. Only bow? Yeah, nah. Well, I mean, I don't even use him anyway. Bernadotta's way better.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to fight. Let's do this. Leave it to me. I can take on the whole, most of the enemy's
There we go.
army.
There's some humbleness.
I know my limits now, Professor.
I can get my students to teach me how to fight in their own ways.
Hey, Professor. It's been a really long time. The last 5 years have been full of heartbreak. Not from girls, but friends and family becoming enemies.
Oh, his eyes got a little bit
One
sunken.
of the things that kept me going was the hope you'd return. A lot has changed, but you're back.
Nice.
Okay.
Golden fish is $2,000. It sells for $1,000, but not even at 500.
Professor!
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. Empire and religion are at open war.
Empire and religion.
It will be, but corrupt nobles are many. That means that with you, Professor, the best.
How much? How? Oh, I'm already like 160. I'm already halfway there.
For 5 years, I fought. Now I have the same look in my eyes that the bore. The look of a savage beast who loves nothing but destruction and violence. You and Edelgard must. The future you're building.
Swords. Petra or Felix, I think they both would work.
Each battle a victory. With all of my might, my heart burns with pride.
Breakdancing now. Alright, Petra. 14 down for hits. Kill him for hits. Let's quarter 5
Witness Miss Bridget Pride. Each battle a victory.
Sword, I get a tournament sword. What the heck? How's that fair? This is rigged. Tournament's rigged. So this is sword master.
You are in my way. To survive, I will win. My heart burns with pride.
Silver sword plus. Third floor? What's third floor? The hell's the third floor? Oh, this is her sleeping room. Her sleeping area? Nothing else is out here. Star Terrace. What the hell? This is interesting.
Professor, I'm sorry, but you appear... I'm truly humbled by your support, my teacher, and so I will. I'm hoping your ability... Make sure you're ready to head out, okay?
Everyone has 5 years experience over me, though. That's why I get them to teach me some stuff, right?
There's still... Allow me to brief you on... The Empire firmly controls the western portion. The strongholds in these... We cannot control Fargate. As for the Alliance, however, due to interference from houses, Claude obviously hopes to keep the Alliance whole. But because we have had to focus our efforts against the Church, we have only recently begun to... I have a request for you. Well done, Professor. Thank you.
What?
Professor, I'll tell you how happy. For the past 2 days, I haven't had my morning... Well, as long as we weren't marching. I'll tell you...
You finally joined us, have you? I feel I owe it to Edelgard to say... It's strange, isn't it? After 5 years, the three... I am most curious, though. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. Wonderful news.
This
Right.
It's normal for history to be revised. The documents in this library, but it's my belief that no one... I like to read the same text.
Hey! I was so surprised to hear that the faith of Saros was a sham, but just because the church lied to it. That's my take on it anyway.
Who? Me? After the battle 5 years ago, the cathedral and several other... We've done some repair work. As for me, well, the church moved. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from...
Oh, she can fly too? That's good to know.
Maybe.
Need something? See you again soon.
Ooh, I forgot to get the plants. It's been 5 years. Are my plants still there? Golden apple.
Professor, these days, so many old... It's incredible. I have a feeling. La 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 la. Professor, it's in...
Sleepy boy, sleepyhead.
Professor? Oh, that was likely my voice. I've been worrying about something. I asked you once to help me achieve my goal. Then I thought, if the world becomes a peaceful place... Well, I don't see how crests... Certainly there are crests that make you stronger, and I suppose crests that increase magical ability. Still, it's as if crests were designed to be used only in times of war. Their power meant to bring about death and destruction.
That's a dark way of thinking about it, buddy.
I cannot prove what I say. The longer this war goes on, the more useful. But if the war were to end today, we would go on living. It is truly my dream to be a crest. Saying it all out loud, it feels a rather... Thank you, Professor. Although if I stop researching crests... Professor, don't make faces like that. People like you, who listen to my blathering, and then nod and... People like you are very precious to me.
So cute, so wholesome. Short and sweet. I like it. I like it.
Hey!
Time to
The newly crowned king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Dimitri, has declared fealty to the Church of Seros and is raising an army in preparation for all-out war with the Empire. As leader of the Alliance, Claude maintains a facade of neutrality amidst infighting between those who support and those who oppose the Empire. Meanwhile, the Black Eagle Strike Force plans to capture Alliance territory before Edelgard takes the war to the Kingdom and the Church of Seros. With sights set on capturing Deirdre at the center of House Regan's territory, she leads a march across the Great Bridge of Myrddin to establish a bridgehead.
Thank you.
We're about to commence our attack on the Great Bridge of Myrddin. But first, allow me a moment of your time. It is something that I can only ask of you. It concerns Lady Edelgard's uncle, the regent of... Although he is currently cooperating with Her Majesty, he maintains
Isn't
his
the guy
own
that fucked her up
sizable military
or
troops.
messed her up as a kid?
It seems to me that his plans... I assume you recall a certain group scheming, Solon and Kranya. They both served Lord Al.
Served, duh?
Professor, I understand how you must be. I know it must be foul to even consider. However, their power is... Our enemy is the Church of Seros. Those working under Lord Arundel are extreme, and the enemy of our enemy is... Until all of Fodlan is united, it isn't. Regardless, Her Majesty and I wish you should know that in her heart, Her Majesty regards that group as enemies of herself. They used her father, the former emperor, as a puppet, and murdered her siblings with their vile experimentation.
Oh, that's what happened.
I believe Her Majesty may have told you some of this herself. I will do all I can to ensure her suffering. As for all I have to... More importantly, I...
Unit can... She could be one in the army. But, oh, the weapon durability. Holy... Who do I not want to? Not you. Ferdinand sucks. Ferdinand sucks. Actually, it's a good idea to put adjutants with people up and using a lot so they can get levels. I want to heal him on this side. Oh. He's right there. Ah. Haha.
We'll be capturing the Great Bridge of... Claude will surely be sending reinforcements.
Claude.
Our opponent is Judith, the so-called hero of Daphnel. We can
Hero of
handle her,
Daphnel.
so long as we don't get careless.
The boy said to run if I was in danger, but I could never do that. I'll hold...
Hero Jude. Lord Lester Alliance. Her stats are so bad.
I'll cut through. What's the plan? Is that it?
Whatever it takes! I was just stronger. I'll cut a bloody path.
What's my strategy? For the Empire.
Wait, what's her movement?
I do this for all of us.
A little scratch won't stop me.
Oh, big one shot. Yikes.
More fighting. Only thorns left on this rose.
Damn,
All the
girl.
I'm awake.
Thank you.
Put me in there.
Ready when you are.
I will prevail.
What does luck do?
Pointless.
Damage.
Obvious.
No damage.
Let's see how they like this.
Oh, I should give him a
Now's our chance.
tanks like this.
No use. To survive, I will win. I fight for justice's name.
Is that it? Obvious.
Another victory.
Yikes.
I could learn from that.
I'll strike you down. The only possible outcome. Just like that. One of us has to die. Winning is what matters.
A fine display. Hardly worth the effort.
Maxed. He contributes to the competition.
Allow.
Poison strike.
Still here.
Great work.
You took me lightly.
Oh, that's sweet. Already have a bone. Promotion. No, but this.
Hard.
Great level.
I aim for greatness.
Attack at your own risk.
You haven't earned my pity. Strength.
Your death is not in vain. Not what I was.
Let's think carefully.
Judith! I'm so glad you're safe.
Leone.
Claude sent me
Why do I have to put up with order?
because you're from the smallest.
Enemy reinforcement.
You're all going down. That
Thanks so much.
This guy does a lot of damage to me. Shoo. Just take this one. Yes, I can.
You're all Captain Gerald. Don't underestimate us.
Work. Obvious. Is that it? Obvious. Work. Obvious. Is that it?
Attack at your own risk.
Judith, I'm sorry.
Wait, did I straight up kill this girl though?
Leone, you had such a full life ahead of you.
There's no reason I should die.
That's kind of weird. Why did she die like that? That's so...
I'll do what it takes. Battle.
Could I have... murder her.
All for our future. That's it.
Let's go, something.
This is it. All who are able.
Don't let her escape. If we can take her, that will allow her.
Obvious.
Don't bother haunting me.
So strong. Why you try to kill him when you do 0 damage? Oh.
Ever true.
Pretty good, huh?
Can't run. I'm trying to
I'm
defend
impressed.
against me. That's how it works.
This could turn the tides.
It is done. Onward. I must continue my...
I'll save my complaints. Today I was lucky.
I'm glad I can count on you.
Me?
Half my pride.
Oh.
My teacher.
My god. Yikes. What are the chances that she crit, man?
What's my strategy?
I'll cut a bloody path.
I do this for all of us. Sorry, but this is war. Still here.
Your spirit is admirable.
It's time.
What's the plan?
All for our future. That took... I'll cut through.
All who are... Don't let that work.
Won't work. Is that it? Burn until we meet again.
Too slow. Effort.
I will prevail.
Ready when you are. My duty is your death.
Level up?
For now.
I'm awake. I hate this feeling.
Put me in there.
More fighting.
Alliance soldiers, if you surrender, your lives will...
Can't believe she crit on Edelgard the first time. What are the chances? What are the chances?
You have all fought well. The Imperial Army, the fight will continue.
This, I believe it was... If only the professor were here.
Ferdinand, it is...
We're not the only ones benefiting. The whole Imperial Army is stronger now.
Because of one person? Yeah, you're right. I'm coming.
Yes, it seems the Empire
You make it sound as though I can't run the Empire on my own. Perhaps it's more apt to say that the Pegasus...
Judith of Daphne. What a magnificent warrior. I'm happy to have the professor back, just like old time.
When there is something you... The fighting has been continuing for 5 years.
I hate fighting. But with the... but everyone is working so hard.
I'm glad to see everyone so inspired. It seems the reappearance of the professor has done much to raise your morale.
Do you not feel the same, Hugh? Now, we must take advantage of...
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Guardian Moon. The Master Tactician.
Master Tactician. Okay.
Having crushed the Alliance's army and captured the Great Bridge of Myrden, the Imperial Army prepares to attack Deirdre, the Alliance's base of operations.
Professor, what is your opinion of Claude? I can't help but wonder what sort of impression he made on you.
Can't get a read on him. That's my only opinion. He's a jokester. Schemer.
That much is obvious. He acts like a fool, but still manages to... He's managed to protect the Leicester Alliance with his cunning alone. Since the beginning, territories within the Alliance have been split between those who support the Empire and those who oppose it. Claude has been acting as an intermediary between the two. As both sides are of equal strength, he's created a by carrying on as though the Alliance is united. He's minimized the Empire's influence there.
However, he is walking on thin. Speaking of Claude, it would seem that Claude has...
Is that so?
Yes. The people... We can safely assume he is... Do you not think we should take...
Deirdre, the aquatic capital, since it's deep within Regan territory. However, now that they can no longer expand their supply line...
House Regan is not only Claude's house. If House Regan falls, that is why we cannot fail to... Confidence is one thing. The leader of the Alliance has had many. They say he is unbeatable in a battle of intellect.
Claude's the master tactician. Ingrid's birthday again? Holy.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice green clothes with your green eyes. Very fitting. You know how to dress, girl.
Quite delicious.
Yes.
Girls talk, favorite sweets, and cooking, cooking mishaps. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect recipes. Yeah.
When did you start sword training? I was 5 when I began.
Oh, you know me. You know me. Whenever.
Are you sure?
Thank you for.
Stop. Why? Why you do this to me? Why? Why? But why? Oh, she can become a granny. Hell yeah, girl. Oh, snap. Whoops.
I wonder what.
Brave bow, baby. Protect my resistance. I need another march ring, man. Charm, magic, luck. Guess I'll go to myself. Whoops. Oh my god, I did it again. Sheesh. Where's the magic? There's 3 choices. If I heard it. taking up a whole wall. Give it to her, actually. And with that, I will go to sleep. Hour and a half stream. Whoops, a little short. Oh well. Goodbye. Say bye. Have a good one. With that, have a good one. Bye.